Assalamu alaikum. Once again, it's Salim Monique. We're going to be talking all about the secret to getting your manifestations to show up. All right, stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, once again, it's Salim Monique. I am your manifesting coach. I am here to help you gain control of your thoughts so that you can live the life of your dreams. And before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and that you click the bell to be notified whenever I have a new video. So we're going to be talking all about how to get your manifestations to show up. And this, I'm going to share with you something that, I learned that it's so easy to say, it's so easy to do that, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this all the time? So this is a special, little secret that I'm going to share with you guys. And one of the things about manifesting, like, especially when we're manifesting something really big, what ends up happening is we start to have worries. We start to have fear. We start to have doubts. We start to question, how is this going to appear in my world? Like, this thing is huge. It could be a house. It could be a car. It could be a new relationship. It could be more money in your life, or, fixing relationships that you have already established. And I want to let you know that everything is going to be okay, and that once you set the intention that you want to receive this thing, whatever this thing is, it's really easy to get sidetracked. And so what I'm going to share with you today is something that will help your manifestations show up in the best way possible. Okay, this is super important. I remember I was going through a really, really tough time in my life, and I just needed things to work out. I needed them to work out, and there were a million, disastrous endings to this situation that kept coming up in my mind. Like, what if this happens? What if this happens instead of that? It's really easy to go to the worst case scenario when things show up in your 3D world that don't align with your manifestation. It's really easy to flip and to start that whole train again of worry and doubt and fears and questioning and wondering and just really making it a big deal. And what I'm here to tell you is the most important thing that you can do is when you are manifesting, okay, whatever thing it is, you manifest that this is the secret, okay? You manifest that it arrives in the best way possible, okay? This thing arrives in the best way possible. Do this with all of your manifestations. Do this with all of them, all right? Do not, even if it's something small, it will appear to me in the best way possible. Get used to saying that. The best case scenario, the best way ever, it will appear, it will come. And, when, like I said, when something huge is hitting, you're trying to manifest something really, really big, it can be, it can be tough. And those thoughts start to pop up, and even in our everyday life, it's easy to go to the worst case thing that could happen. So like even right now, like for instance, we're going through a big thing as a world. We're globally, we're being hit hard with COVID. Okay. I call it it. We're being hit very, very hard with it. And it's easy to think that the worst thing ever is going to happen. Like we're all going to die, or, if I go to the store, I'm sure to contract it, and to start to think of all of these crazy ideas. What if somebody in my family gets it? What if this happens? What if, who's going to take care of my kids if I end up with those bad thoughts start to pop up. And remember, those are not from ourselves. And we have to be really, really aware. We have to be conscious of our thoughts, because our thoughts are what manifests. So if you are constantly thinking negative thoughts, if you're constantly thinking of, there's no way that I can have this thing, or how is it going to get to me, or, and you're thinking of all the worst case things that could happen, you're going to end up manifesting that in your life, and you probably have already. And it's easy to do that. And then once you do it, you're like, see, that thing came. See, I told you it was going to happen like that. I knew it was going to happen because, yeah, you manifested it. So that's why it's super important. The secret to one of the secrets to manifesting is to believe that everything is going to show up the best way possible. The best way. So we want COVID to go away. So we're going to start visualizing. We're going to start scripting. It's gone. There are no more deaths. There are no more sicknesses. We're able to resume life back to normal. There's no more masks. We're going to take from it the best possible outcome. We want to take the best possible outcome. Even with the whole, like, there's this big, everything that's going on after George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all of the things that we have gone through as a country with racial inequality, gender inequality, all these different inequalities. And we can continue to, even with the whole thing with, police brutality, we can manifest the worst case scenario. Like we can say, there will be no reform. The police are going to continue to kill people of color. Their systematic racism will still prevail. And we can say all these things. There'll never be justice for Breonna Taylor. Well, guess what, guys? I'm not manifesting that. I'm manifesting that we all come together as a nation and we realize that we're all the creation of the Most High, the creator of all the universe. We are all a creation, that we're all human, that he created us all different so that we may know each other, that the police will be reformed and we will have a new system in place that will be here to protect us and to serve in reality with justice. Justice will prevail, not injustice will not prevail. Injustice is on its last leg. I want you, when you are manifesting, you need to get deep with it. You need to say, what is for you? What would be the best case for this thing to end? What would be the best case? What would that look like for you? Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we don't know what the best case will be. So what do? We just ask for the universe to just bring us the best case. Remember, we are in a place, we're in a world of unlimited possibilities. There are unlimited possibilities and outcomes that can happen in the field of unlimited potential, okay? So there are so many different outcomes that could happen. You could go, let's say that you can go to the grocery store. Let's just use this as an example. There are several different outcomes that can happen. Now, I've had several different outcomes happen at the grocery store. I've been in the grocery store and there has been a shoplifter. I've been in the grocery store and there was a rude customer. I've been in the grocery store and somebody got shot outside of it. I've been at the grocery store and I got to be the first person in line and I got right up to the cashier and I was able to get in and out easily. I've been to the grocery store and I've gone for one specific item and that item has not been in there. I've gone to the grocery store and something has been on sale. I've gone to the grocery store and I've had to pay full price for that same item. There are several different outcomes that could happen when I go to the grocery store. We always want the best possible outcome. Do I want to see somebody get shot outside of my local neighborhood grocery store again? Absolutely not. That was pretty much a terrible situation. But it still ended out with a best case scenario because the guy didn't die. And I hope that he's still, he's alive and thriving today. But the thing is that there could be so many different possibilities. Your wedding day, it could be a disaster. You could be having, I want to have a wedding, but there could be there could be things that happen. Your significant other, your fiance could get cold feet. Your mother-in-law could freak out and say, I don't want you to marry my son. It could rain and you had an outdoor beautiful wedding. It could, what else could happen? I mean, so many different things. The worst case could pop up. Your old lover could appear right there, and when you're being initiated in, and it's like, what do? They say, does anybody object or whatever? Or forever hold your peace right before then, and then here comes somebody who objects. The thing about it is that yeah, there's a possibility for all these horrible things to happen because we're in a field of unlimited potential. But what happens when you specifically request from, you ask the creator to make the universe, okay, bring you the best case scenario. So now your wedding day, everything is right. Everybody's on time. You have the perfect flowers. None of them are dead. You have your spouse is crying because they are about to marry the love of their life. You are, the weather is perfect. Everything is amazing. You have the best day of your life. Everything works out. Everything is in sync. Everything is aligned exactly how you want it to be because you put in there, you threw in that manifestation. You threw that little thing in there. Give me the best possible outcome. And that is what will happen. When we are always thinking negative, that's why it's so important that we get in control of our thoughts. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you through. You know, how many times do you get paid and you're like, geez, man, I got to pay my bills. Once I pay rent and then I pay the car note, I pay the car insurance, I pay my phone bill, I pay the electricity, the lights, the water. I'm going to have a few dollars left. And before you even know it, you've spiraled into that whole scenario again. I'm broke. Instead of just saying, you know what, I'm grateful that I have the money to take care of my bills, and I'm going to have some more money left over. Things will work out. Best case scenario. I'll have more than enough that I need for until I get paid again. More money will arrive. I will receive a new source of income. The best case scenario will work out for me. I won't have to worry about the worst case scenario. My lights won't get turned off. My water won't get turned off. I won't be evicted. Great things will happen because I paid my bills. Beautiful things will happen. So we got to go back to when we are manifesting. It's super, super important, y'all. It's super, super important that you always remember it's all going to work out in the best way possible. And I hope this was of some guidance. Make sure to comment below. Everything is working out in the best possible way. Okay? Everything is working out in the best possible way. Or my manifestation will show up in the best form. Type something like that down below. And this is your affirmation. You're scripting it as you are typing it. You are scripting, and you're going to click the like button, okay? Click the thumbs up so that also affirms that you believe. Put that down. Write it down. Type it. And then make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure that you visit www.salimmonique.com for more, if you would like to have one-on-one coaching with me, or if you would like to, you just want to, you want more insight into manifesting. Also visit, you could go and check out my Manifesting Bubble podcast on all major platforms, including Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. Okay, so make sure that you check me out there. But I want you guys to know that everything is working out all the time in the best possible way. So don't worry. Just throw that in there when you're manifesting. Make sure to believe that it's going to come to you. And even if something doesn't, even if something bad happens, just remember that was the best possible outcome for that thing. It could have been worse. Okay? For that scenario, that was the best way possible for it to happen. So don't worry about it. All right? You guys have a great rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings.